Well, this may come as a big surprise to many folks, but I've actually sold my TVR Cerbera. Now, in order to reach the largest possible audience, I listed my car on Bring a Trailer just a few weeks ago. So a lot of folks have come to me and said, hey, Aaron, why are you selling your TVR Cerbera? Like, you've only owned it for a year and a half, what's going on? And the reality is, this is only the first step in TVR ownership. Did I love the Cerbera? Absolutely. Would I buy it again? Without a doubt. Is it an undervalued car? 100%. But here's the thing, it is the only first step. The next step is actually to buy a TVR Tuscan. Now, for those who are a little less familiar with the TVR lineup and are asking what is a TVR Tuscan, let me point you to the 2001 film Swordfish with John Travolta and Halle Berry.
It took my breath away when I first saw it. Also, you look cool in a car like that. I mean, you know, you just look cool. You could be a 90-year-old guy, and you look pretty cool in that car. More like a race car to me than even a street car. And I got to drive it. And Hugh got to drive it.
You'll have to improvise. Take the wheel. What? Take the wheel!
He got to drive it more than I did. I got to shoot guns out of it.
Now, for those who were not really into the video game side of things and not really familiar with the brand or Top Gear or any of that kind of stuff, this was their first introduction to the TVR brand, and including the TVR Tuscan. You had this beautiful chameleon-looking paint, two-seater sports car with a Targa top and just really crazy, outlandish-looking design, and this was completely new to so many people in the automotive community. Now, what was really funny was because the car is made of fiberglass and it was all shot up with bullets, it had metal bullet holes in a fiberglass car. So you could thank Hollywood magic. The TVR Tuscan was produced from 1999 all the way through 2006 with a couple of updates in between, but ultimately, depending on which model you got a twin cam inline 6-cylinder ranging from 3.5 liter to 4 liters and about 360 horsepower to 380 horsepower plus or minus. Now, for a car that weighs practically nothing, you still had a 0 to 60 of under 4 seconds.
So humans don't just cope with danger, we're programmed to actually enjoy it. And today's speed is the new danger. This TVR is the new lion.
One of the advantages that the Tuscan has over the Cerbera is the roof design. Now, the Cerbera is a fixed roof coupe 2+2, but the Tuscan actually has a removable Targa top, giving you that open driving experience. But also, you can remove the rear window as well, giving you virtually a convertible at the same time as a coupe. And all of this fits neatly into the trunk of the car. So when it comes to the earlier models of the Speed 6 engine and the TVR Tuscan, well, to put it in a very simple term, because of the cost savings of TVR, some of the oil passages that were going to the cylinder head were not there, and you had cylinder head failure. This failure was actually so common that a lot of these engines, if they weren't rebuilt right away, were seeing failures within less than 10,000 miles. So not too dissimilar for how Porsche on the 996 version of the 911 had intermediate shaft bearing issues that caused a lot of engine problems. The same issue with the valve train on the Speed 6 caused a lot of problems and headaches for TVR owners. So it's very common to find most of the early generation Tuscans with rebuilt engines and valve train. Even though the 1999 models should be legal to bring over next year, there's only about 13 or so that are listed as 1999 models, but most of those were dealer cars or for show and display, and a lot of them were not even registered until like Q1 of the year 2000. So that means that the 25-year rule, if I can find the year of production from 1999, great. Otherwise, I'm gonna have to use the first MOT, the first registration date, so I'm looking at Q1 of 2025. That's only about a year away, and what that means is by selling the TVR Cerbera, I now have the money available I can go shopping and find the ideal Tuscan. I can have all the work done, I can have it repainted, whatever I need to have done to the car, completely done and ready to brought over to the United States when it hits that 25-year mark. And you know what, hey, maybe if I start making money off of these videos, I can even afford to fly over to England and shop in person, you never know. So because of viewers like you, to put a kind of a cliche, I've decided to take the next step in my TVR adventure and launch TVR Imports. You can visit the website by visiting tvrimports.com, but I've partnered with Oishi Imports based out of Galveston, Texas to help facilitate the sourcing, importation, and legalization of TVRs into the United States. With the contacts in the UK and Oishi, I'm gonna be able to help individuals who want their dream Griffith or Cerbera or Tuscan, and when they become legal, the Tamora T350 and also the Sagres down the road. So at the end of the day, I love TVRs. I plan on having them as long as I can keep driving. And when it comes to the TVR brand, there's very few other car manufacturers that are raw, authentic, and analog as TVR, and it's an underrated brand. I'm very excited to be looking for a Tuscan and to help other folks bring them over to the United States. Now, I know the folks in the UK, you're not overly excited to see them leave your shores, but I hope you understand that for individuals like myself who are truly passionate about the driving experience and the heritage that TVR offers, that we love this type of driving experience, these type of cars, and want to experience them for ourselves, and we'll absolutely love them as well. Thank you for watching, and please check out tvrimports.com along with aaronseccentricgarage.com.